I know, that's the funny thing. I was like, this battery shouldn't be dead. And he's like, when did you put it? I was like,
well.
Oh, hold on. I started doing the math. I said, carry the one.
Wait a minute.
You know what? You can say it might be time.
It was due.
That'll do it. That'll do it.
That'll do it.
Hey, community, here's what's brewing today.
Queerties and yo aunties.
I'm back, y'all.
And black looks good at the Oscars. So get your cups ready for Minoritea Report.
Hey, welcome to Minoritea Report. It's Auntie Jerrell.
It's Auntea Dawon.
And it's Auntie Jerrell. Hello, everybody.
And it ain't that Bali internet no more.
Baby, she back online.
Yeah.
Hey, it sounds good.
Jerrell. Jerrell said, I ain't got to listen to them files no more.
Baby, no more.
I did what I could with what I had.
And we appreciate you for doing it, okay? Because you didn't have to. That's the real tea. You didn't have to. You were in Bali. I'll see y'all when I see you.
I was a trooper. I got up in the morning. It was 12. It was a 13-hour time difference. I got up in the morning. I got on the internet, tried to do my thing. But baby, between the Bali weather that impacted the Wi-Fi and my old ass MacBook Air that apparently is on its last leg, baby, it was a struggle. But she got that fixed because this bitch, not only am I back to the real New York City internet, which works like gangbusters, but this Mac about to get traded in. Bye, bitch. I'm not dealing with you anymore. No more.
Macatisha. Jerrell, it was funny before you hopped on. I was like, it sounds like you're on your AirPods though still, like, and he's like going feeling stuff. He's like, well, it says I'm connected to my AirPods. I'm like, you ain't got like the regular ass mic? He's like, oh bitch, shit, I forgot I was back in New York. Hold on. Hold on. Now you know, touch everything. Hold on. Hold on, community. We might have to start over again. Shit.
No, I'm back. Oh shoot.
Hold on.
Okay.
I
might have to.
It says your recording has stopped.
Yeah. Let me hop back in. You know when the thing pulls out of the Mac.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Y'all know about that. Y'all know about that pull-out game. I'll be back.
We spoke too soon, community. We spoke too soon.
Did. Oh my God.
Too soon. That sensitive ass Macintosh.
There we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
And got back with the quickness too. Look at that, girl. Hey.
There was no 1, 2, 3, and then talk. She was like,
y'all just don't know the last 2 months of him being in Bali. It was held together with Band-Aids and duct tape.
It was what I would call a ghetto ponytail. The one that's like that big. It was and it's the ponytail that was that big, right? And the fan,
baby,
with the curl on the end,
right. And it's always that one. It's always that one edge that be out right here.
Right.
And there would be the one little, it just be out. You be like, yeah, it can't get up there in the ponytail.
I tried to dress it up with them little rubber bands with the little rubber bands with the 2 little crystal balls. Tried to dress it up, dress up the ponytail, but baby, it was a struggle. It was a struggle, but we back. Yeah, we are back.
Bitch.
How's it feel being back home? Yes. How's it feel? Like, is it
like hell?
And it's cold again. Like, it's cold as shit out.
It was waiting for you at the front door. That's what it was waiting for. It was like, go ahead and draw down Bali weather, bitch.
She said, you thought you was going to miss this winter. No, ma'am.
Bitch, it was giving Final Destination on your ass. It came back. It said, don't worry, I got something for you.
What in the White Walker is going on with this weather? Like,
yeah.
I was watching the weather from afar because I'm just like, luxuriating and and beautiful Bali. Although it was rainy season, it was hot and beautiful, and I got a great tan and da-da-da-da-da. But I was checking the weather because I'm like, okay, what am I going to be back to? So every week I'm checking the weather. The whole weather thing only gives you about 10 to 12 days out. So I'm checking the weather. It's like, oh, this is great. It's like 60 degrees, 70 degrees, 75 degrees. It's sunny. It's like, this is what I'm talking about. I can't. And then the last week, I saw the scale was going down, 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 and down. And I was like,
it was doing the Mary J. Blige walk down the stairs.
Baby. I said, what in the hateration is happening in this dancery? Yeah. And I came back to this.
You see, I'm back in this sweatshirt and a hat. Yeah.
I barely left the house.
Really?
Barely left the house. Yeah, baby, I've been stuck in this house, nice and cozy and toasty. Like I literally
got Bali
left the
at
house. Exactly. Because it's hell outside, and there ain't no reason for me to be out here in these streets.
I could just see you get home and be like, "This ain't it no more." I don't know this. I could just see you reevaluating your whole life, being like, "Some got to go." It'll be me.
We walked through the doors. Like, so we landed in a different terminal because we flew a different airline coming back. So I wasn't really familiar with that terminal.
I was going to ask you that too.
Yeah, we had to get our flights. Our flights got we flew back on a partner airline because we were originally supposed to fly through the Middle East, and y'all know that's a problem. So they rebooked us on a partner airline.
Put it lightly.
Yeah. I mean, it ended up being. I have to stay 10 more days in Bali.
Right.
Boo. So I landed in Terminal 8 at JFK, and I'm normally, because I fly Delta or Delta Partners, we land in Terminal 1, and I'm just not familiar with that whole configuration and all that kind of stuff, and I was also concerned about like TSA and global entry because she paid to get through the lines quick, and I heard that that the money was tight and people aren't getting paid, so they've been shutting stuff down. And so at any rate, we land there, and I wasn't familiar with how they do it because in Terminal 1 you have to like take a shuttle to another offsite area in order to catch your Uber, right? Because I just got off of 16 hours of a flight. I am about to be taking a goddamn train to another train to the subway to all this kind of bullshit just to get my ass back in Harlem. I'm not doing it. I'm getting an Uber. That shit better come fast and it better be heated. And so, but also remember, I left in the middle of winter, first week of January. So I didn't pack like a heavy ass coat because I'm like, why am I going to pack a heavy ass coat when, literally I'm going from an Uber from my house to the airport, I'm in Bali, like, come on, I'm not wearing anything. Not wearing anything. Not wearing anything. No. So when I come back, I don't want to be carrying no coats, no jackets, no scarves, no all that stuff when I come back. And so all I had was a track jacket and my track pants, and that was literally it. So I'm like, this better work. So we get there. Thankfully, I could catch the Uber right outside the airport, but we waited inside the airport for that Uber to show up. Showed up, lickety split. We got home. Literally dashed out of the car, ran into the apartment building. I didn't know what I was gonna see. I didn't know. I mean, we've had y'all had.
Yeah, I was worried about like pipes and shit in your place. You not being there.
That's what I tried not to think about it until the last few days, and then that's all I've been able to think about is like, damn, I'm gonna get home. My place is either gonna be maybe ransacked because somebody, has been living in there for the past 2 months and I don't even know it. I've got a skylight in my kitchen and I don't know how heavy that thing can resist because there was all of the snow for all the blizzards and whatnot. So, and we get a lot of leakage through that. And so I'm like, oh, you know, my wall's going to be melting and crying by the time I get in there. Is there going to be like, did I leave some food out? And, you know, it's just filled with like rats and roaches and shit.
She got Master Splinter in the kitchen.
Baby, like every scenario was running through my head. I'm like, you know, I try not to give it to the universe. I'm not trying to feed into this and then that be what ended up manifesting. So got in here, opened up the door. It was like Bali weather in here. I was like, wait a minute. Everything was where I left it. I'm glad that like everything was clean. Everything was pristine. And baby, I left that day. We met up with some friends as a surprise because nobody knew that Raphael was coming home. I kind of kept it as a surprise that he was going to be in New York. So I met up with some friends and that's it. And then he had a flight out later that evening and left. And I basically haven't left the apartment since.
But how's Amara?
Oh, where's our niece?
Look,
I'm gonna call CPS on you.
Right there.
She's in her sweats.
Ooh, there we go.
With her Balenciaga sneakers.
She said, "I'm finally out this damn gown you had me in for 2.5 months."
Baby, exactly. I had to treat her because I'm like, baby, she's been stiff like this.
Hair all dusty and crusty.
I was like, we got to have a spa day. So
I know that's right.
Totally washed her hair, washed her body, you know, gave her a little bump curl, put her on some nice, cute little, some comfortable clothes and whatnot. Yeah, we've been comfortable for the last 2 days.
I know that's right.
I love it.
Hey, Amara. Oh God! Well, it's good to have you back stateside. Even though I mean, I know you don't want to be here and in the country crazy, and you back to the craziness of it. But
I rushed back, and I was like, for what? Why am I back here? Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. Community, I do this for y'all. I really do because I do prioritize, you know, the podcast in my life. You know, I love my sisters here and. You know, I want to be able to be there for y'all. So I came back primarily for that.
It was a slight hesitation after that, though. He said, so I came back.
Because there is really no other reason for me to be here. None whatsoever.
I love it.
That's why I said earlier that I had read your post as if you were stopping in New York for 18 hours and then just on your way to Spain. Because I was like, well, I mean, first of all, I was like, very Dawon. So I was like, oh, well, sounds about right. So that's why I just assumed she was in Spain. So when you said, oh, I'm here, I said, oh.
Yeah.
Damn.
I thought about it too. I'm not going to lie. I thought about it. I was like, oh, you know, I could have just... keep on. I can do a little pissed off and keep on going, but I was like, no, I'm going to be here.
Fuel up.
So I'm going to be here for the
going.
next. I'm going to be here for the next month. I'll be here for the next month, so it's going to be cool, and we can look forward to uninterrupted internet. And the only technical issues will be to because of me.
She said, "Look, I'll be." She said, "Once that anniversary episode up,
right.
I'm out the next day."
I know that's right. And speaking of anniversary episode community, our 7th anniversary is coming up here, and I've been meaning to actually put that clip out. So by the time this episode comes out, the clip will probably be out there. But April, hold on, let's give them the date right now.
April 15th.
April 15th.
Yes,
We're going to have. We haven't done it since the last anniversary. We usually try to do a couple a year, but we haven't done it this last year. Yeah. So we're going to do a live recording on April 15th that evening, Eastern time at 8:30.
Yeah,
8:30. Yes. So even though like we won't be able to see you, but maybe we try to pull you in. Maybe try to pull you a couple. So get your wigs, get your drinks, get your questions. We're gonna have a couple, curiosities and things like that for it. And come
and it's the actual anniversary date too. So like, please, that's the thing. Like it's the actual date. So not like a day before, a day or two within a week. So I'm excited. Like that's crazy. Like 7 years. That means we've been a whole. I'm just wow.
The whole ass 7. Wow. Like the straight guy across the street said, we passed kindergarten. Now we in elementary school.
Yeah, right. I know my ABCs and my 1, 2, 3s.
So yes, April 15th. Mark it on your calendars. Get your grocery run done. Hit the gym and all that stuff. Get your dinner in. Get your whatever you get it in before, and then come and kick it with us.
Yeah, we would love y'all to show up for our live episode. We do this for y'all, and that's what keeps us going. And so we want to see those faces. I'm still trying to figure out what kind of wig I want to wear for this episode. I haven't figured it out yet. There have been so many. I've been having so many ideas, and I
might have to hit the hood store right quick.
Wait,
to see what they got.
Should we really find auntie wigs? Like, we're the aunties. Why don't we just all three wear like auntie style wigs? Like, find those classic wigs, and you'd be like, that's something that someone auntie really would wear.
Really wear.
Yeah, like
we can do that. Instead of like the wigs that we want to serve fish in.
Right.
Devon's like, I don't want that.
Well, first of all, Dawon will wear a kitty cat.
Most of my wigs.
Yeah, exactly. A little kitty wig.
Yeah, that's true. That is a true statement. That is a true statement.
So Dawon gets the auntie on her second lap, on her second tour. That's what she gets, one of them wigs.
Right.
She said, "Y'all the new aunties. I've been an auntie for a minute."
But I don't want to dust off one of my oldie. I want to get something new. I want
me too.
Something new. I want to get something new. And the community deserves, a new fresh look.
I'm gonna do it this weekend. I'm gonna hit the hood.
Wait,
so I can't guarantee you if it's an auntie wig, because if I see one where I'm like, "Ooh, I want that," it is what it is.
We should also take pictures of wigs and post it on social media and see what people vote for us to wear as the wig. Like, if we can and just slowly
I don't know if I trust the community to give me the wig that
we said we do this for them. We said we do this for them. Look, we really do.
We do the podcast for them, but the wig I do for myself.
For us.
She said, because I got to look at that bitch.
Look, baby.
Auntie Jerrell said, scream into the hole, bitch. Scream it into the hole.
But if it comes out to two that I really like, though, I'll post it. It'll be like, okay, this is this.
Yeah.
Is it a hot tea or a cold tea? Which one's it going to be?
Exactly. Sip, slurper, spit it out.
Spit it out.
But we miss you out at the Queerties and community. I know you kind of see probably some pictures, and maybe if you haven't, actually, I pulled some of them up here. But we missed you out there at the Queerties, boo. It was fun. It was fun last year, but it was really fun this year too.
Yeah.
Pissed. I was pissed I couldn't make it.
Baby, we had a time. We had so much fun.
I love this R&B. 1990s group.
Right.
The Jodeci vibes that you were given. It was just, it was everything to me.
It was cute.
It's funny because like neither one of us like really planned on saying like, oh, well, I'm wearing this. So when we just kind of showed up, we're like, okay, this works.
It works.
Like this fits really great.
Yeah.
My gosh.
Just all the different people we saw, Gus. And obviously, shout out to Shayna and Chris as well. And then Kevin. Hold on. Where's the family picture at? Hold on.
Oh, yeah. We got to go to the family photo. Because that right there, baby, that looks good. We had a time. Oh, my gosh. It was so much fun. Wait. So I have to give I got to give a public apology to Scott. Because the way Carell and I was like, okay, let's find Scott. Let's take a picture with him. And then, like, Carell was like, oh, I lost him. I saw him, but I couldn't find him. And we were at the bar. And I was like, oh, there she go right there. As if I knew Scott. Okay? And we're talking about Scott Evans, y'all. So I was like, oh, there she go right there. Just as casual. Like, we the bestest friends. And Scott was like...
He's like not to come up to the bar and be like, there she go.
There she go.
Shout out to him. He's just such like... Go ahead.
I was just curious, what was the vibe like? Because we've been to awards here in New York, and especially the ones that are very queer based, and the vibe is very open. Like you would think, because there are a lot of celebrities and a lot of content creators and all these kind of folks across media and whatnot, that it would be there would be levels to this shit, like VIP, and separation. But, I found it to be like people to be very, very open to just meeting, connecting, networking, taking pictures, being, it was just a very open experience. So I was curious what the vibe was like for you guys walking into the space there.
Yeah, like it definitely is open. And like, I like this location because it almost forces you to like bump into everybody because it's not that large of a lobby space. Ooh, hey, rub shoulders, rub whatever you need to rub. Genie in a bottle. But because the lobby like is not too large of a space. It's not like super cramped, but like it gets busy in there. And so you got to say, oops, excuse me. Oh, hey, Scott, or oops, excuse me. Oh, hey, David Archuleta. Like, and it's so random because like, it's people that you recognize and so familiar with that you almost feel like you know them on the internet.
Hence the reason why I did what I did.
Literally. And so for us, I mean, you know how we are. Like, we are who we are. Like, it is what it is. Especially like when we're all together. Yeah. Like, we're just being us, quite frankly. And that's cool that the most part, everyone else is being who they are as well. And especially when it's like a queer space like that, it's different than maybe spaces that maybe be like, I guess we haven't really been invited to like ones that's just like a mix of like straight and gay like that. But at least in the queer space, it's a space for you all. And obviously, you gravitate to the melanated section. Be like, hey, like you go.
It's usually easy to spot.
It'd be a sprinkle of pepper and a sea of salt. We haven't said that in a minute, but yeah, like I mean, and it's cool just because over time, at least from my perspective, like we run into people that we are familiar with as well. And so like we saw like the wish you were queer guys, and we like Frank and everybody, and then like we saw Blossom and then obviously like our family, Kevin, Shayna, and Chris and things like that, or like Plasma, run into her. I've run into her a couple times now, and then obviously the one you worked with her. So it's cool to kind of have these moments where you're like, hold on, we are part of this creator community, which is weird to say. And like Jerrell's friend was there. And like, I think that's actually when you were outside, Jerrell, and we thought you were inside. And he was just like, how does it feel that like people actually kind of know you guys though? Like, he's like, people are actually like coming up to you all and recognizing you and this and that. And I was like, really? I was like, I don't know. Like, cause I, in a weird way in my brain still might put myself as like this outsider and just like, hey, we're maybe not as large as some of these other folks. But from his perspective, he's like, no, like people are talking to you guys are taking pictures, like you went and got interviewed or something. So it was interesting to see his perspective of us in that space. So that was a little maybe slightly different.
And he's absolutely right though, because I mean, like when we were watching the award portion of it, and we sat right behind Yuli and Ernesto. And we were like, oh yeah, for Minority Report, aunties. And literally Ernesto was like, wait,
he's like, oh, y'all the yellow circle, right?
Yeah, like we know y'all. And then like went to like oh, go follow me on Instagram and we'll connect it. And they were already following us. Like they really did know who we were, But again, sometimes it takes being in spaces like that to really be like, okay, we have checked out one another, we have supported here and there and stuff like that. And so that was really cool. And also we do got to give a shout out to Frank though too, who also was like, all right, 1,000. I know this reporter from Instinct magazine up there. I'm gonna get y'all an interview, up there. So we got to go upstairs to the red carpet part as well too, and meet Dave, who was the journalist who interviewed us for Instinct.
Shout out to him.
Yeah, so that was like really awesome. But again, it's just like, people who show up and take the moment to make those moments happen is just so amazing. And so again, shout out to Frank as well for doing that, because that was just really dope. And for it being our second time, it was, I think last year I felt like okay, I'm a guest, like I am a +1, right? But this year I felt like, no, I'm an attendee with a +1. Like it just it really changed a lot from the first year to this year. But as far as mentally how I see myself in that space. But to your question though, Dawon, like it was very much the same. Like everybody was so down to take a picture. Like we didn't show up, but I took a picture with Jinx as well, like outside hanging out. We ran Lath. my God.
That motherfucker is so fucking fine.
So
that motherfucker is
goddamn so fine. The way I had to keep my shit together because
had your booty cheeks bubbling, huh?
Baby.
Any photo you see online and kind. Any photo you see online looks exactly like that in real life. If not,
don't even do it justice.
That part too. Yep, I already taking that step further.
And the body, I was like, oh, yeah.
He was like, oh, I don't like this outfit. I said, baby, you in leather, baby, you look fine,
baby.
Go in.
And I DM'd him when I got home. I was like, Lath, I still want them damn shoes and boots. And he DM'd back, and he was like, he looked it up just to see online. He's like, hold on, let me look online real quick. Maybe they and he's like, oh, it's sold out. I was like, oh, thank you for looking. And I was like, woo, Jesus, but we gotta get and we have connections to get so many people on now too, and so like in the coming months. Just from being in these spaces, it makes networking and getting guests on a lot easier, quite frankly, because sometimes in the DMs, people just get so many DMs and things like that, and they overlook it or forget, whatever it may be.
Yeah. Life happens.
But 1000%. Yeah. And so it was cool to kind of just reconnect with a couple people, like, hey, we got to get you on. Valentina in person, fucking stunning.
Babe.
Fucking stunning. Community, Valentina from Drag Race is so fucking stunning.
Crazy.
Speaking of stunning, I just want to know, how was it?
Miss Joella, Ella.
How was it meeting my idol, the icon, the queen of opulence in LA, who is known for her opulent looks and as a fashion queen in LA? How was it meeting Miss Joella? Because baby, when you sent me that picture, I literally almost threw my phone into the ocean.
Literally ran up to her and was like,
we did.
Look, we were like, Joella, we have to take a picture with you.
Have to take a picture.
Like, we will be red for filth. We would lose our friendship card knowing that you were here, and we do not ask for this photo with you. Like, please, our auntie loves you down. And then we're like, Lana Drake, no, you get your black ass in this photo too, okay? Because,
get your ass in too, girl.
Melanated as fuck, okay?
Right.
But Joella,
we'll pull it up
here.
And it was funny, like, because like we saw her across the way, and I was like, Jerrell, we gotta go get Joella now, right now. So.
The killer part is the fact that look at how dressed everybody is, and she's over there wearing a tank top. I fucking love that bitch so much. She is the queen of opulence, the queen of LA opulence. I love her.
Yeah. So Joella was there. Lana
I'm so happy y'all got to have a Joella blessing while you were out there.
Oh my God. Yeah, and Bruno was there. Like, I mean, and that's another one that's just like Bruno recognizing and being familiar with Jerrell and I as well. That's another one where it's just like, that's weird.
Yeah,
so bizarre.
Yeah, it was
it
was good. It was honestly,
it was fun. It was fun.
I had a great time.
How was it supporting our sisters? You know,
gosh.
Like, I mean, the whole reason for, not the whole reason, but part of the big reason to be out there is to show, support and love, and be a cheering group for some of our sisters.
Baby, I was proud. Let me tell you, when people were like, "All right," I was like, no, but my family is. I was like, we got bad queers. I was like, we also got Kevin here's Kevin here's now. Like, I was like, we here supporting our family. So like, we got our own invites, but this is who we rooting for. I just want that to be clear. And I was very proud.
Chris and Shayna looked amazing.
They looked great.
Those they look power suits. Oh my God! I was like,
and we got to meet Chris's wife too.
Yeah, we got to meet Chris's wife. Yeah, stunning.
Yeah. I was like, you and this red lip killing me, killing me.
She was eating it.
And they was turned up too. They had a night out because they ain't had the two kids, so they was turned. I was like, yeah, that's how you supposed to be. Yeah, it was just cool to see them in their element too, and like just to see the pride that they had in themselves. That's just like, wow, we got nominated. We're amongst like all these big wigs, and they're in the same categories like Scott and things like that. So it was just it was cool to see that. Yeah, no, super proud. Like, it was cool. Shout out to Queerties.
Thank y'all.
They put on great events. I was mad that I didn't get to see Scott, like one of the head guys there. I DM'd him after the event. I was like, I didn't run into you. He's like, I didn't see you either. Da, 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 da. So again, it's just cool to kind of build those relationships. And then hopefully next year we're nominated Queerty. How about that? Minority Report, baby.
We're putting in that work as well.
Exactly. But yeah, nonetheless, like they just put on a very good event. It just feels good. It's not overly stuffy. It's on time. The event, like they get through them categories. Like it's not running late. It's efficient.
It was efficient. I was just about to say it. I absolutely loved it. Wow. Loved it. Yeah.
And then just like the after party at the Abbey and all that stuff was fun. And just a whole like few days in LA was fun. Like Jerrell and I were out that Sunday.
Bitch, at Hot Dog.
How was it celebrating your birthday? Did you guys do like a fun day Sunday?
We sure did.
We did.
We sure did.
Yeah. And honestly, I hadn't drank like that in a while because I find like I really just don't drink really anymore. And honestly, even that Sunday, I was like, I don't know if I feel like drinking.
And here come my black ass.
And then
what you want to drink?
And how it started is like High Tops didn't have seltzers.
Oh yeah,
so
that's right.
I was like, well, I don't really want a beer. Like I had a beer, and I was like, I don't want to drink beer all day. And so
are you seeing the calories?
Vodka soda, the calories and the bloating and all that, and it's just like I don't want to drink beer.
I'm working a little bit too hard for having a beer.
A whole word. And so I was like, all right, Jerrell, what you drinking? He's like vodka soda. I'm like, all right, here we go. Here we go.
I know that's healthy enough for you, girl.
Hey. She said, "I'm your good time gal."
We started turning up. Yeah, we started turning up at High Tops. Next thing we know, we driving 30 minutes east of the city to go to Silver Lake to then go to Hot Dog over in Silver Lake. And baby, we waited maybe an hour in line.
Just under an hour, maybe.
Under an hour.
And so she was like, "Shouldn't we go?" Like, whenever people say that, and I don't feel like I just get quiet and just stand there.
And he did.
So
we were like, let's go to the Eagle right around the corner. First of all, I ain't never heard or seen Carell be like, no to no Eagle. Okay, mind you. Right. So this is also how I knew that Carell really wanted to go to Hot Dog. Okay,
yeah, because I just wanted to see because I had heard of it before.
And I had to, but that line, I was just like, it's killing my buzz. But then all of a sudden,
we got to go sooner next time. That's what it is.
When Bob and them left, we should have left as well too. That's when we should have left. But it was 100%. Thick up in there. It was thick.
Yeah.
It was a nice time.
And the DJ was good.
Yeah. If I'm there on a Sunday, I will do Hot Dog. It reminded me, what's that Sunday event that happens in Chicago?
Is it Queen?
Queen, yes. It reminded me of Queen, but just more like an earlier daytime version of it versus it being at night. Yeah. So it was a good time. And then we went to that black comedy show as well, too, but you left a little bit earlier. So you ended up missing Dion Cole, who came out, which is a great time as well. Yeah. He was hilarious, fam. It was crazy. It was a black time. It was a true LA experience. It was a great time. I absolutely loved it. The only thing missing was you. Yeah. You were the only thing missing, Bill. Honestly.
I was like, damn it, Dawon.
Yeah.
It's like, we know she's fine, but damn it.
Damn it.
Look, blame the war.
Yeah.
Because if it wasn't for that bitch, I would have been there.
You're right.
I know.
You're right.
I know.
And they had the tickets and everything. God damn it.
Yeah, I know. But Community, it was also the Oscars, and we got to shout out Sinners, blackity black. Yes, even though they should have won some more, but that's okay. We'll take what we get. So shout out to Ryan Coogler. Shout out to Michael B. Jordan. What's the cinematographer name again? Is it Autumn?
It's Autumn Durrell Archipel.
Yes. Shout out to her.
Mispronouncing the last name, but yeah.
Shout out to her. Who else? There was and then
she was like the
Lucas,
first woman to win
the
Oscar for cinematography.
Yeah.
As well too.
Yeah. Period.
That's crazy.
And for it to be a POC.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
And it just shows you, it shows you a few things. It's cool to see all four of them sticking with their crew from the bottom up.
Yeah.
Like Ryan and Lucas like went to college together, like roommates and shit like that together. And Lucas is the same one that does Childish Gambino music, by the way, too, producer. So he thinking like black culture and like representing and being an ally for our culture. So it ain't him just like poking in, poking out. Like he in here thick. So, but then just like Michael B. Jordan and him, like in the first movie together that Ryan produced to all these years now, like it's cool to just see your crew on the come up like that. And then like winning Oscars together and shit. Like that's dope.
Because then he won it for Black Panther as well. And what was the other movie that he won?
He won. He Oppenheimer last year, I think, or 2 years ago. Lucas is like he's like this whole.
But with Ryan though, directly, but with Ryan Project, this is his third. It was this third Oscar with Ryan that he had won. It was Black Panther, and there was another one that they had did. It was the first one.
Maybe these two.
I thought it was 3, but. Anyways, to your point though, like to be winning with your crew like that, it just reminds me of the whole idea of like there is room at the table for everybody, you know, and you don't have to leave your people behind just for you to get ahead. It's all about figuring out how to do the work together so that both of y'all have, you know, that moment, but your own moments at the same time. And I absolutely fucking love that.
It reminded me of what Issa Rae was talking about, and I'll paraphrase because I can't remember exactly the wording exactly, but she was just saying, you know, you don't always have to look up, you know, to find, you know, creative, talented, go-getting people. Like look alongside you because the people that are at your level or that are doing the same things and are struggling, you know, in the trenches with you, maybe it might be a different kind of trench, but the people that are alongside you, you have the opportunity to be scrappy together and work together and not just, you know, get a seat at the one table, but create your own tables. And so this is just a live representation of that concept that, you know, when you're doing work, you know, be thoughtful about the people that are around you and, you know, lift each other up, work with each other, support each other's work, just like, you know, we were supporting our, you know, sisters in the podcasting community and, you know, so many people that we get to see from the last 7 years that we've been doing our podcast. I mean, we did so many collabs with people throughout our still to this day, we do so many collaborations with other podcasters, new and old and whatnot. And it just goes to show that there's room for everyone and everybody has a voice.
Yeah, I agree. And I saw this like conversation that's going on that like, and I get where the sentiment comes from because some people are still kind of like upset that Sinners didn't win like best movie and best director and things like that. Yeah. And saying that like we shouldn't aspire for an Oscar and things like that. I get the sentiment that they're saying we should like create our own and things like that. We have like the NAACP image awards. Y'all ain't saying shit about that. But for now, the Oscars is the creme de la creme. It is what it is. Like, it's like, so you can't be mad for people of color to want to aspire to potentially win an Oscar because like, the way the system's set up now, and maybe hopefully in the future we dismantle it and we have our own and this and that. But until that day, this is it. So why not want to feel like you're the best at your craft in something? Yeah. And it's the same, like you want to get the recognition at work. You want to get that bonus. You want to get that recognition award at work. And we know corporate America ain't set up for black people either. But if I'm here trying to make it, let me try to aspire to something to prove or to at least feel like I'm seen and warranted in the best at something. And I don't think that's an issue at all. So yes, we know the system might not be set up for us to get a fair shake at it. But when folks win and they're excited about it, don't shit on them because they're excited about their damn Oscar.
But also, you know what I hate about that though too is like one day after another though, like also had black ass people in the cast as well too. Like to say like Teyana Taylor wasn't part of that dope ass movie that actually ended up winning Best Fucking Picture. Like, like we still got people over there in that movie that's still winning as well. Yes. Like I hate the idea that like we're not making space for all the projects that we're in, and that's the part that I just don't fuck with. Like, them are the two movies that I'm like, for as far as I'm concerned, them two movies were for us. So we won either way. All the other movies that were nominated, it had shit to do with us. You couldn't find anybody that looked like us in any of them goddamn movies, right? So if there's a movie that we were rooting for, we rooting for one of them two motherfucking movies. Like, come on.
I get the sentiment. I do get the sentiment too, because it's just like, you know, you want to burn the establishment for the years of not recognition, and it's like, you know, it's you don't want to feel like we have to constantly, you know, beg for pennies, but at the same time, like, you know, I feel like for the people that were kind of naysayers about, you know, the Oscars and all that, I've just so thoroughly enjoyed the pure love that has been poured over, you know, the entire Sinners movie, the cast, the crew, like everyone that's been involved. It's created such a great national conversation in and outside of our community about art that is centering blackness, not centering whiteness, but centering blackness. And so I so appreciate that, and I think we're seeing a little bit more balance in the voices that are out there that are celebrating, you know, our achievements, regardless of whether, you know, the Oscars go one way or the other.
Also, this movie came out 14 fucking months ago, December of 2024.
Right?
Like, can we talk about how like that movie came out a long time ago and still was snagging Oscars?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know that whole cast and crew tired. They've been on the war cycle. 14 months, they like, baby, let me go sit down now.
That's the longest check. The longest check. Okay.
Yeah.
Like, baby. So we'll quickly run through, like, you know, we'll maybe move over our spit slurp from Drag Race over to this here, and we won't hit everybody. But what we thinking of here, are we sipping, slurping, or spitting it out for Michael B. Jordan at the Oscars? And community, this is on the YouTube. We're looking at the outfits here, so you might want to run over there.
Yeah, I mean, it's a sip. It's a sip. I mean, I think it's very classic. I don't think it's anything over the top. It's not really pushing the envelope, but it's also not playing it absolutely safe. But I mean, like, the man was nominated for, you know, best actor. So he also had to be like, okay, I gotta look sharp enough to look up there. I can't be looking too wild because I gotta get this motherfucking
I gotta
award.
look at this in 12 years.
You know, right? Exactly.
Like, why did I wear that in 2026? What was I thinking? Dang,
you know. So yeah, I'm going sip.
It's a sip for me. I really love the jacket. I love how classic this looks, and you know, the jacket is more of a nod to kind of an Indian style. It's a classic Indian style motif and whatnot. So I love that it just has roots that's more ethnic. And yeah, it looks, you know, how many tuxedos can we see on a red carpet? You know, so give us something different. Give us something that we don't see every day. And this one felt really good to me.
But you know what though?
Yeah.
He though was a slurp.
Oh God, slurp it up, and spit it out and slurp it back up again.
Okay, look, goggle, baby, goggle.
Let's just call this a sop.
Baby.
Yeah,
amen.
We're not slurping, we sopping it all up.
I know that's right. Yeah, that man fine as shit. Yeah, it's a set for me. Like, I get the sentiments when you potentially might win, that you want to look back and be like, okay, I didn't overdo it. I didn't try too hard. Yeah. You want it to age well. So I think this is always going to be aging well. He kind of edged it up, quote unquote, with the, you know, the pocket chain and things like that, but the wallet chain or whatever. But yeah, I mean, it's hard for him to look bad. Like, he's looked great this entire award season. So let's go with Miss Woon Mi, who's like 9 months pregnant at that.
That baby is due. Okay?
Due.
Like she said, we're going to have a conversation. She said, look, you're gonna stay where you are. Okay? You're going to wait until we get through this Oscar cycle.
That's right.
You know, I would say...
Yeah,
go for it, baby.
She wears motherhood well. Sorry, she just wears motherhood well.
Really
like
do.
when she was in the movie and they had that, you know, the baby that you really didn't see a lot of scenes with. Like she looks like a mother. Like just the way that she exudes motherhood, and her skin
her skin tone is like immaculate.
It's crazy, like just cocoa butter.
Yeah, yeah. I will say though, like I feel throughout this kind of like Oscar press tour, I feel like I've seen her in better outfits.
Yeah.
Like I've seen her in some other looks that I was just like, ooh, you know. This I feel again plays safe because she was nominated. It feels like she still looks great. I love this color on her. Also, that
a great color.
And the face, bitch, that face is
face card is money,
baby. Okay, it's again giving a sip. It's giving a sip, and you know what? What I really love, I love how she holding her baby, being like, "Hey, baby, like we in this together." Like you can tell that she was being like, "We here."
Yeah. You can tell like by the end of this run, she's like, "I'm tired, bitch." So like, I'm aware of something that I could just slip on right quick. Like, give me some color, give me some bedazzle to let it do the work because I'm tired. My feet hurt. This baby about to come out any day now. Yes, I want to look pretty, but baby comfort first. And as the press run has gone on, like you could just tell by her options, she's like, it is what it is. And again, like she's so gorgeous, and it's not like it's a horrible dress by any means. It's a sip for me as well, and it's cool that they like to give it a little like something different with the cutouts and things like that. You know, I don't know if I see that kind of cutout that often, but yeah, it's a sip, and I agree. She's had other outfits where I'm like, bitch, you ate down. Mm-hmm. This one was again a little safer, just in case you win, that you look back on it that it ages well. So yeah. All right, let's go to Miss Teyana Taylor here. It's Chanel, which was like fresh off the runway.
Girl.
I mean, can we just like drink this in? I mean, this is just...
I can't slurp it enough.
First of all, the canvas that designers have to work with from her perspective is just... Her body is insane. And what I appreciate about this look is that, you know, one thing Teyana's going to do is she's going to show her skin, you know, and show off her body. But this is done in such a demure kind of way. It's, you know, it's showing off her body. You've got the sheer happening underneath the bustier right before you get to the dress part. And I'm just like, those feathers just so fucking good.
So good.
It lays
her entire press run.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's been the most, it might be the best press run of fashion we have ever seen.
I would honestly have to agree so hard with that, because again, to Dawon's point, like the canvas they're working with, like the body is just giving, and she's done such a good job of being like, okay, well let's play with it. Let's show it off. Let's, you know, do cutouts. Like it was at the Golden Globes when she won, and she had the little bow on the back, you know, right above her butt, you know, but the whole back was cut out as well too. Like she's done such a great job. But the thing that I love about this as well too, also how subtle her makeup is as well too. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like it's just it's a soft beat, very new, but you know it's still there. I love just the accessory with it as well too. Like this is just a well thought out execution from a vision that
we're gonna look back at this dress 20 years from now and be like, that dress is still spectacular.
Here's the thing though. Here's the thing. For me, the dress, I couldn't see this dress on anybody else. It's the combination of her and the dress, you know? Yeah. Because there are some dresses you're like, oh, the dress is great, and I can also see this person wear it, or it can look good on this person. This dress ain't gonna fit with anyone else that don't got a body as bad as that. It ain't happening.
You might be right on that.
You got to be serving some goddamn body to have that, and it can't be like, you know, one of them like, oh, well, I wouldn't get that BBL, and now it's you have to have it has to be proportionate. It has to look like a healthy, natural body.
Yeah, Teyana, you know, all seasons.
I can't quite find the right words to articulate this in the way that I want it to come across. So I'm going to try to do my best, but every time I see Teyana Taylor and this is going to be 1,000% a compliment, no drive-bys, no nothing. I just want to, like, you know, I don't want y'all to be, you know, everybody's like,
look, you saw I set up. Look, you saw I set up. I was like, get ready to catch it. Get ready to catch it.
No drive-bys. This is just sincere. But I every time I see her, I struggle with trying to articulate it in the best possible way, because I don't want to be offensive and I don't want to, you know, people to take it the wrong way. But there was something very black about how Teyana presents. And it doesn't matter what clothing she wears, what designer she is wearing, what style she is portraying. There's something very black excellence about how she presents in it, that she fully 100% owns who she is as a person and her with the community, and it somehow is able to just exude that through her physical presentation. And it comes across in her hairstyles, it comes across in, to your point, Jerrell, about her makeup, it comes across in her body shape and how she, and this is not to be, sizist or, like shaming anybody who have, a little bit of, extra meat. Like, she works out, like Teyana works out, but none of that's hidden. So every single part of who she is kind of celebrated in every look that she is wearing. And I love that for her.
Yeah. It makes you want to have that Jill Scott reaction to when Jill Scott saw Renaissance. Like, that's just black ass.
Yeah.
That's Teyana like, Teyana's like the epitome of like that. Like, we all had that one black girl that you just saw that was just always just so fucking fly.
Yes.
That's what Teyana is. She's just every time fucking fly every fucking time. And it exudes. And you're just like, damn, I want to look like that all the fucking time, And it's so dope. It's so Harlem. It's so black. It's so her. And it's so comfortable and so effortless. Right. And when you're doing this, that effortless, that's where that flyness comes across too. She's not trying too hard, because you see her, you're like, that's motherfucking her.
Because you know how like some artists will like. And again, I'm trying to find the right words, because I want it to land in the most articulate way. But you know how some people will code switch when they level up their, when they level up their stylist team, when they level up their bag, when they level up their ability to have access to garments like this. Because let's be clear, access to certain
Chanel
kinds of designers and all these kind of things, and not
Brown,
just like the old guard, but even like high end fashion designers, or stylists like the La Roches of the world. Like, access is king in a way. And sometimes when people get to a certain level of fame and they start having certain kinds of access, it's like they code switch. They're not representing in the way that they come across, the community that they came from. But Teyana does it effortlessly and flawlessly and so excellently. And I don't even think that it is a conscious choice. It's just who she is, and it's beautiful to see.
I agree. So shout out to you, Teyana. You ate us all the way up. We'll do a couple more from the Oscars, and then it's really the Vanity Fair party that really all the looks come from. So, well, how about Chase Infinity here as well? And this is her kind of breakout season as well, because this was her first feature role in that movie with Leo and Teyana. Yeah. So she's kind of been like the fashion it girly as well. For me, this is bordering spit it out. It might be a sip. This is the worst dress to me of the whole press run that I have seen her in. Well, maybe except for the Vanity Fair, because I didn't like the Vanity Fair either. But the rest of the stuff leading up to this night in the Oscars, she was eating it up, and she's so fucking gorgeous too. But I don't know if this did her any favors.
I don't hate it. I don't know how old she is, but it's giving very like, I'm a woman, but I'm not grown.
Ooh, that's a good analogy.
It's there's a safeness to it where she's still just being like, okay, I'm not ready to kind of be out there like that just yet. So I'm going to give something a little bit playful to it to kind of distract, because the outside of the train, 25.
She's 25, 26.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, again, this is like her first time being out there, so maybe it's just kind of a little bit of the nerve of being comfortable in this level of a spotlight. But I mean, like, if you were to remove the kind of drape part from it that's on the side, like it does her body nice, like from the boobs and how it hugs the figure on the side, like look great. the other part just looks like a distraction. Like it was trying to just kind of dim it down just a little bit. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't hate it. I've seen worse.
Yeah, I don't mind this look as much. I think for me, what's just challenging is that there seems to be a mismatch of the vibe of what's going on with her hair to what's going on with her outfit. So for me, and it's not the, the type of, how do I say this? It's not the dready kind of like looks, but to me, it just feels like I would have liked to have seen her hair more up and more like exposure. Then it feels she feels pulled down by her hair, and it feels like it competes with the side, because this feels very like Audrey Hepburn, kind of like classic, like a throwback to a classic, Oscar de la Renta dress or something like that of, the 1950s and 60s or whatever. But you're also serving kind of like beachy, kind of natural hair. And it's not the texture that I'm concerned about. It's just the overall styling to me that throws it up. But I don't really mind the dress. I think the color is beautiful. It's a little bit on the muted side. It's a little bit subdued. I love the choker necklace to kind of set it off. But yeah, it doesn't bother me as much.
All right, we're going to breeze through these next ones. Just is going to be a sip, slurp, or spit it out.
Moving. Sounds good.
Are we sipping, slurping, or spitting out?
Okay. Sip.
Mr. Damn Sinidris. Ooh, you spitting it out.
That's a sip.
It's a sip. It's a sip, but it's close to spitting it out. Mm-hmm. How are we thinking about Mr. Jeremy Pope? Slurp it up for me, bitch.
I don't like how this fits. It's a sip. And I know we're not going deep, so I just a sip.
Spit. It's a spit for me. He's a slurp, but sip.
Yeah. Maybe that's what I'm getting confused, because he's always a slurp. I don't care what the fuck he got on.
Yeah.
Shabuzi.
This is a sip for me.
Same. It's a sip for me.
Sip.
Yeah. And then we'll end here for at least the Oscar stuff. What we think about law. We could expand a little bit on this one.
When Jerrell was talking about the auntie wigs,
that's the one.
This one, this auntie wig, baby. Throw the whole thing away. Like, what is bad girl? I don't want this level of sophisticated fashion. I don't want it. If I don't have the taste level of Law Roach to appreciate this, I don't want it.
I'm with you on that. He spent too much time on his clients this year.
He ran out of juice.
Like, damn, he ran out of juice. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it. It's a spit for me. But I will say though, I do like them shoes though.
Them shoes eating.
I want them shoes.
The shoes are cute.
I want them shoes.
It's everything else.
Everything else ain't working though.
His feet look tiny as hell.
I love you, Law, but
they look so tiny. Get this off the screen, please.
I saw him come through. I was like, what is Law doing? Damn. All right, so the Vanity Fair seems to be the party that people really actually show up and show out.
And they did, baby.
Because
that's where the outfits were at.
That's where the outfits really were.
That's where the outfits were at.
Sure. It was hard to whittle it down to like a few, because I was like, people are eating on this Vanity Fair carpet right now. Let's start here. Let's go with the gays.
Oh.
Or at least the gay communities right now. And I'm so mad because I was looking, and I didn't say this to anyone going into the Queerties, I was looking for a sheer turtleneck. And I was like, I can't find one. And the only ones I saw were like Temu. And I was like, I ain't never got none from there, so I don't know if I trust that. Then sure enough, he come here, and I'm sure this is probably like some Balenciaga kind of shit that I ain't spending no $3,000 on for no sheer ass shirt.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn. That's the
Is there any way to enlarge this on your side?
Let's see here.
Just because it looks like a thumbnail, so I want to make sure the people. There we go. Yeah, because the people online. There we go. We can see. We can see the twinks. There we go.
I don't like both of these outfits.
I don't like it.
You don't like it?
I don't like it.
It's a slurp for me, both of them.
No.
What don't you like?
No. It's trying to like doing something, but it's not doing much. To me, it's giving the bare minimum.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe that's because I've been in sheer already. I've been in lace already, so it's not something that
you said I've already been there.
Like yeah, and so maybe that's the reason why. I don't know. For the hype that these two have, I feel like sheer is low hanging fruit as far as an outfit for these two.
Okay, I can see that.
They should have been more color. They should have been in something more playful. But there were a lot of other people in sheer though too. So maybe there was a theme to the Vanity Fair that I'm just not catching, because there were a lot of people in sheer as well.
There were a lot of sheer. Yeah.
It's a sip for me. I wasn't like, this isn't a wow for me. It doesn't really do a lot for me, but it's not like one of those things. It's like, okay, that's terrible. It's like, okay, it's cute. You're showing body. Love the nipples. That's great. Beautiful gowns.
Mm-hmm.
It's serving beautiful gowns.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Go.
Yeah.
What are we thinking about Mr. Coleman Domingo here?
I love it. So for me, it's a slurp. I know he always going to serve like avant-garde and I love the pinstripe. I love the flourish, the white flourish on the side. I love the length of the pant. I love the shoes. I love the double-breasted ness of this. It just, for me, this feels like a Coleman Domingo look.
Yeah.
Like what you would expect for him to be wearing.
I'm just ready for him to pull out a Tommy gun and be like, because like it's just
say hello
not
to my
Harlem Nights.
But I mean,
you want
like,
to talk about? Shut up my pinky toe.
The pinky toe.
Yeah, I mean, it's a sip for me. I mean, again, he is someone that, and we've said this before too, one of the very few men who knows how to rock color. I hate when he's muted. I hate when he's dialed down like this, because it's just so fucking beautiful to see him in any type of color. Again, that's why I said it's a sip. I don't hate it, but I just know how beautiful this man is in like a yellow, a jewel tone or something like that. That man, he's just too fine. So
I agree.
I don't know.
I'm with you on you. Like, that's why it's a sip for me too. Like when he wore that Sergio Hudson mustard turtleneck, at,
I still think about that.
The NCAA Image Awards. I was like, I want that whole fucking outfit. Give me from head to toe, please. Thank you very much. So I agree. When he wears color, not a lot of people could wear color like the way he wears color. So I hate, well, not hate strong, because I like his outfit. He looks great. But I hate when he doesn't come in color, because he just kills everybody.
I appreciate when he doesn't, because then I can even more appreciate when he does wear color. So like to give us a little bit of a break from like, all the boldness of the color, I love it.
Yeah. All right, let's go to the winner himself, Mr. Michael B. Jordan, and his outfit change. He in a little brown number. I like everything, but I don't like the black tie with this. I think I almost would have like rocked the open shirt.
But he's such a classy, straight man. Like this is exactly what I expect for him. Like you know how like some people you just look at him and you be like, it's like, I could ask for more, but I know that you just would never do more. So I'm gonna meet you where you are, and that's kind of how I feel about this. It's like I would like for him to wear more, but would he ever wear more? No.
Yeah. That's just it for me. It's like this is like what somebody would wear for like alumni weekend at Hillman University. You know what I'm saying? But you know, it's just like
you look good, but
you look good.
Fine. Yeah.
Right, exactly. Like I'm not trying to show out. I'm not trying to like, make any statements here. It's a brown suit that fits. And he's a fine man.
He's a fine man in a brown suit. You're right on that. Right. What do we think about Miss Teyana here?
I told y'all.
God, Lord.
Yeah, I'm going to keep it short. I'm going to keep it brief. God damn, that's a slurp.
Yeah.
Ditto.
Like,
that side titty. God damn.
And that butt. And that, like, I love that she's been rocking the knee along all season. Like, fuck you, Teyana. Go sit down. You getting on my nerves looking this good. Getting on my damn nerves.
She looks like one of those dippy cones. You know, those. And I mean this in the most respectful kind of way. You know those vanilla ice creams that are dipped in chocolate?
Yeah.
Like, it looks delicious. Yeah. Baby looks, you know, with the little curl at the top.
Yeah.
Just delicious.
Yeah. All right. What do we think about Lakeithia? Stop with the quietness.
I want to like this.
I want to like it too.
I want to like this. Let me just say that. I want to sip and slurp it. It's like the kombucha girl.
It's very kombucha. Yeah.
Like, if I squint one eye, I can get there, but I got two eyes. And I can't unsee what I see. I mean, you know, I'll give him a B plus for effort. Not an A, a B plus.
Yeah, I enjoy that he tries all the time. Like, he's willing to push shit forward. Yeah. Love that from him. This one is one too many forwards. Like, I would maybe take the collar off and maybe I don't know. Like, I like that he's in the smoky eye, but then it's just like it's just one or two too many forwards in this outfit.
I'll say two things real quick. I love when black men are playful.
Yes,
I absolutely love when, especially straight black men are playful. Yes. And I know we got a question that we're going to talk about here in a couple of minutes before we wrap up the podcast.
Might save it for next week because we're a little long.
But I mean, I hate the notion of black men feeling like they have to stay in the box. And I love the idea of when a black man steps out the box. Now, when you step out the box, though, you better contact at least one gay. At least one.
Just okay? One? At least one?
At least one. Because what your girl going to do is be like, baby, you look good. Baby, you look good. But again, I'm like, that ain't it.
That ain't all the way together.
Because he look like the live action version of Voodoo Man from The Princess and the Frog. Like, that's what he giving. That's what he giving. Say he ain't. Put the top hat on his head, and that's exactly what he looks like.
I can get there.
Damn.
It's
you kind of. It's just one. It's one or two too many forwards. That's what it is.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
But I'm with you, Jerrell. I'm glad he plays because a lot of people are scared to.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna bat 1,000. Yeah. So you at least got to get up there and bat.
And keep figuring it out. Like, do it again. Like, step out the box again. Step out the box again and figure out an alternative way of doing it. You know
how some women.
But don't go back into it and just shut down. That's what I don't want to happen.
I agree.
You know how some women are critiqued that, you know, they're not wearing the dress is wearing them. This is an example of how the outfit is wearing him and he's not wearing the outfit.
Yeah.
And so regardless of whether we like the outfit or not, I don't think that he's really commanding this particular look, and it comes across.
But you know what?
And that's why I think.
I bet you his ass wasn't at that party though. I bet you he was walking around feeling 10 feet tall, couldn't tell him nothing. Because even by the way he just sit here posed, like he posed like a gangster a little bit though. He got the little,
nigga,
he got that lean
eye.
Look,
you see this motherfucking smoky eye.
You know, like it made. I think it's probably given one of those photo things where like if you see him moving around in it, you probably be like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But you know what? Somebody who's I've been there where you think you are just serving it. And then somebody say,
that ain't it.
But what about them high waters though?
Right.
You know, and then you be like, and it's just like, oh,
like,
how did I not see it? How did I not see it? You know, so yeah.
What do you think about this Jeremy Pope?
I'm here for it. It's
Let's give it the Matrix.
I was going to say the Blade. it was very much Blade to me. You know, vampires in the mist to me, but I like it.
This make you want to have an auntie wig on. This make you want to have like a little blunt bob, like a little Kelly Rowland.
or a T-Boz.
Something. That's what it make you want to have in this outfit. That's what it's about. It's a sip for me. I like that purple color on his skin tone, so I almost want to see a whole outfit of him in that color, low key. Jeremy's another one. Like obviously he's gay, but like he's one that he's always going to push. He's going to push the envelope. He's going to try shit, and so I love that when he does. Yes, again, you're not going to hit it out the park every time, but keep trying. So I love that haircut though. That haircut is it for me. I love it.
Yeah, from the neck up, it's great. Neck down, it's like it's a sip.
All right, let's go a couple more here. Wound me,
baby. See, this is it. Like, girl, this is gorgeous. This is Slurp, baby. This is Slurp. And to Dawon, like you said earlier, like wearing pregnant maternity well, like this is just gorgeous. I mean,
that periwinkle color is just divine.
Yes.
Oh,
get it.
And here's gorgeous. And here's the difference between this one and like almost a periwinkle, even though it's a little more muted for Chase in the other one. This one's like slightly more vibrant, and like if you're gonna do volume, this is how you're gonna do the volume behind it and things like that. It's just like this works very well, and the other one was just felt a little just heavy, a little dowdy, you know. No, like this color on her skin tone, the face card, the skin, everything. This woman, I'm like,
she's glowing. I just,
you know when Suge was Suge and
Color Purple.
Celie we're talking about, you know, when God made the color purple, he wanted you to notice it.
Yeah,
that's what they mean by that.
Yeah,
sister.
I see this photo and I just feel happy. You just like you ever just see someone and you be like, I'm rooting for you. Like I just continue blessings. You know, just
I agree with that statement. And let's see here. Here's the dress that I was kind of hinting at before. The whole night, Chase was a miss for me. Like up to this point in the season, she had been nailing it. This is just another one that just feels heavy somehow for her.
Heavy. There ain't much clothing there. How's it heavy?
And that's a weird thing. I'm like, I don't know how I feel heavy. It ain't nothing there.
It's giving. What's Zoe Kravitz's mama's name? Lisa Bonet. Yeah, like it's just giving me an old '90s like nod to like something that I would see her in. You know, like just very something, just kind of like, here's what I got.
To me,
even the hair
Morticia
included.
Adams. It's giving Morticia. That's what it's doing for me.
Really? I mean, I feel like Morticia is more like hips. It's body. It's not giving enough body for much. Maybe Wednesday Adams. Maybe
no, more like Thursday. Monday morning or some shit. I don't know.
There is something very drab and unimpressed about this look altogether. Yeah. And she needs to do something with her hair.
I feel like it might be role because she didn't have her hair in braids the whole season until like the Oscars, so she must be like gearing up for some role or some part right now. But let's go here. We haven't talked about the K-pop Demon Hunters.
Audrey,
girls.
she looks good. She always serves face though too. She has an RBF. She always looks like she got a resting bitch face, like she don't want to be there. But she ate this. She ate this.
She did eat it.
Yeah.
And like here's how it started off. Like she had a mask on, and then they took it off, and then went to the other one. Yeah, she ate this.
Yeah,
she ate this.
She's
the three of them the whole season have been eating on the carpet as well.
Yeah. But I love her music. I listen to her music, and creatively she's very like artsy as well too. Yeah. Even with her music, she has like this "The Boy Is Mine" remix that's really good. That's kind of like "The Boy Is Mine." Like a little house music. Yeah. She dresses just like her music sounds. And so when I saw her on this press tour, I was like, this is why I fucking love you, because like your music is you and I'm getting to see you as you. Like this is truly who you are. And I live. If y'all not into music, get into her. She's good. She's good shit.
And then we're going to end here. We just got to shout out Misty Copeland because She just had hip surgery in December, and she out there unretired doing the ballet stuff on the Oscar stage, and then coming out here eating up the carpet in these like 6-inch heels, 7-inch heels. Yeah. Like that heel is so fucking high. I'm like, girl, I know your hips hurt. But she looks great. She looks great,
baby.
It's just how
the body is doing the work.
Ooh, the Lord's work.
This is a simple dress. This is how you wear the dress.
It's a handkerchief. But that body is doing the work, baby.
Yeah. But this is one of those things that we mentioned with Teyana, though. Like this, you have to have a certain type of body to wear this dress and make it look like this. This ain't an everybody dress. So, Misty, fantastic. And you look great. And way to shove it until Mr. Timothy the Twink's face about there talking about like ballet and all that.
Girl, sit down.
Yeah.
And I love Black Twitter because we're just so unserious. The way they calling Timothy Chalamet everything but Timothy Chalamet. Like Timmy, like I can't even think of all the ones they did. It's like everything but that, and it's hilarious. Like it's like he did it to himself. It is what it is. But yeah, community, a little sip slurp, spit it out. Let us know what you thought on some of these looks. Where do you agree with us? Where do you disagree? Smithy, I know you probably got some comments out there too, boo. Let us know. And then yes, Jerrell kind of hinted at, we have an Ask Your Aunties that's going to kind of hint at kind of just like the gay straight relationship. We'll say that for maybe next week because we're kind of running along here. But again, we have our 7th anniversary coming up. We want to see you live. We want to see you in the chat conversing with us. Maybe we'll get a couple of y'all on. Hit us up on the T line if you have some Ask Your Aunties that you want on the live that we could do. And what's the T line number, Dawon, now that you're back and we can get it clearly?
844 T-Line or 844-832-5463, y'all.
We would love to hear your well wishes and your voices out there. So hit us on the T-Line for the anniversary. That'd be cool to kind of hear that. But I think that's it for this week. Anything else on your hearts and minds before we get out of here?
No.
See you next week.
Yeah.
Go wash your hands, you lazy your ass, and get that lotion. And we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye, y'all.